Hello from Southern Ontario, February 18th here in Canada. I want to remind everyone a leftover law that Trudeau created during the time the Emergencies Act was in power is that they can still, with this law, freeze and seize your bank account, as they did during the freedom protest and the Emergencies enactment. They can still do that. The law still stands through the FinTrack system, which is supposed to be about terrorism, stopping terrorism and other big bad things by freezing the money flow. So, I caution you, if you're a freedom protester, as I hope you are, that this is in place. And I mention it in part because I see the farmers are reacting preemptively. This is good to Trudeau's just transition, where he wants them to reduce nitrogen fertilizer use by 30%. We saw what happened in Sri Lanka. If you're oblivious to that somehow, go back in my videos, anything that says Sri Lanka. You should be aware of what happened in Sri Lanka. In a nutshell, the World Economic Forum took over Sri Lanka through the International Monetary Fund because Sri Lanka cut their fertilizer use by 30%, their food production fell by 85%, and they went broke. That's it in a nutshell. And we see what's happening in the Netherlands with the confiscation of 3,000 farms and wanting them to reduce nitrogen fertilizer. Trudeau, following the World Economic Forum's dictates, edicts, if you will, with this fertilizer. Well, I shouldn't say bullshit because that's fertilizer. But, anyways, I've got to dig more into. There's an organization behind the farmers. I just skimmed it and I need to delve into it deeper. But we need to support this one big time, people. We're talking food here. Food. So, unless you want a digital ID, universal basic income, and a diet of crickets, we better get behind the farmers big time. And this tool that, as Trudeau likes to use that word, where they can freeze and seize your bank account through the FinTrack system, well, that's a good way of stopping any protest, isn't it? You went to the protest in Winnipeg this weekend and on Monday morning found out your bank account was frozen, seized, whatever. You're not going to get to the rally next weekend, are you? So, we really need to get behind the farmers, and you really need to be aware that, well, maybe you don't want to leave too much money in your bank account. Scary. Yeah, I know.